Hare Krishna everyone. So today we start. Okay. So this is seventh chapter Bhagavad Gita. So let me read this chapter. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurumilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupakada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Gurum Shri Vatapadakamam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Jagana Raghunatam Tam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sabadhotam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sagana Ravita Shri Vishakamitamsha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Jagatpate Gopeshu Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishbhanu Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Bhavanebhyo Vishnu Namo Namaha Om Vishnu Padaya Vishnu Prishtaya Bhutale Sumate Bhaktivedanta Swami Itanamne Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Vijani Visheshwari Mati Paschati Deshchani Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Janmayascha yatanvayaditarasastatve Vighneswarahat Tene Brahmhridayadi Kavaye Muhyanti Yat Surya Tejo Vari Mridham Yata Vinimayo Yatra Trisargo Mrisha Dhamna Svena Sada Nirastakuhakam Satyam Param Dhimahi Dharma Projita Kaita Patra Paramo Nirmasaranam Satam वेद्यं वास्तवमत्र वस्तु शिवदं तापत्रयोन्मूलनं श्रीमद्भागवते महामुनिकृते किं वा परेरीश्वरः साध्यो हृदि अपरुध्यते अत्र कृत्रिभिश्वसृष्टिभिस्तक्षणात् निगमकल्पतरुदलितं फलं सुखमुखादं मृतगपसंयुतं पिबत भागवतं रसमालयं मुहुरहो रसिका भुवि भावुका. So today we're reading, continuing the Bhagavatam, first canto, seventh chapter, verse number 22. Arjuna Vacha Krishna Krishna Mahabahu Bhaktanam Abhyankaram Tam Yeko Dahyamananam Napavargosmi Samsritehe. Arjuna Vacha, Arjuna said, Krishna, O Lord Krishna, Krishna, O Lord Krishna, Mahabahu, he who is the Almighty, Bhaktanam of the devotees, Abhyankara, in eradicating the fears of from you. Ekaha, alone, Dahyamanam, those who are suffering from Apavargaha, the path of the liberation, Asi, or Samsritehi, in the midst of the material miseries. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Arjuna said, O my Lord Sri Krishna, you are the Almighty Personality of Godhead. There is no limit to your different energies. Therefore, only you are competent to instill fearlessness in the hearts of your devotees. Everyone in the flames of the material miseries can find the path of liberation in you only. Purport. Arjuna was aware of the transcendental qualities of Sri Krishna. Path of liberation in you only. Okay. Arjuna was aware of transcendental qualities of Lord Sri Krishna, as he had already experienced them during the Kurukshetra war, in which both of them were present. Therefore, Arjuna's version of Lord Krishna is authoritative. Krishna is almighty and is especially the cause of fearlessness for the devotees. A devotee of the Lord is always fearless. A devotee of the Lord is always fearless because of the protection given by the Lord. Material existence is something like a blazing fire in the forest. Which can be extinguished by the mercy of Lord Sri Krishna. The spiritual master is the mercy representative of the Lord. Therefore, a person burning in the flames of material existence may receive the rains of mercy of the Lord through the transparent medium of the self realized spiritual master. The spiritual master, by his words, can penetrate into the heart of the suffering person and inject knowledge transcendental, which alone can extinguish the fire of material existence. Jai Prabhupada. So much important points are there here. Okay, let's continue. त्वमाद्यः पुरुषः साक्षात् ईश्वरः प्रकृतिः परः मायां व्यूढस्य चिच्चक्त्या कैवल्ये स्थित आत्मनि. Synonyms. त्वमा Tvamadhyaha, you are the original Purusha, the enjoying personality, Sakshat, directly. Ishvara, the controller, Prakriti, of the material nature, Paraha, transcendental Mayam, the material energy, Yudasya, of one who has thrown aside Chitchakya by dint of internal potency, Kaivalli, in pure eternal knowledge and bliss, Stitaha, placed, Atmani, own self. You are the original personality of Godhead, who expands himself all over the creations and is transcendental to material energy. You have cast away the effects of the material energy by dint of your spiritual potency. You are always situated in eternal bliss and transcendental knowledge. Purport. The Lord states in the Bhagavad Gita that one who surrenders unto the lotus feet of the Lord can get released from the clutches of nescience. Krishna is just like the sun, and the Maya or material existence is just like darkness. Wherever there is the light of the sun, darkness or ignorance at once vanishes. The best means to get out of the world of ignorance is suggested here. The Lord is addressed herein as the original personality of Godhead. From him, all of the personalities of Godhead expand. The all pervasive Lord Vishnu is Lord Krishna's plenary portion or expansion. The Lord expands himself in innumerable forms of Godhead and living beings, along with his different energies. But Sri Krishna is the original primeval Lord from whom everything emanates. The all pervasive feature of the Lord experienced within the manifested world is also a partial representation of the Lord. Paramatma, therefore, is included within him. He is absolute personality of Godhead. He has nothing to do with the actions and reactions of the material manifestations because he is far above the material creation. Darkness is a perverse representation of the sun, and therefore the existence of darkness depends on the existence of the sun. But in the sun proper, there is no trace of darkness. As the sun is full of light only, similarly, the absolute personality of Godhead beyond the material existence is full of bliss. He is not only full of bliss but also full of transcendental variegatedness. Transcendence is not at all static but full of dynamic variegatedness. He is distinct from the material nature, which is complicated by the three modes of um, material nature. He is Parama or the chief. Therefore, he is absolute. He has manifold energies, and through his diverse energies, he creates, manifests, maintains, and destroys the material world. In his own abode, however, everything is eternal and absolute. The world is not conducted by the energies or powerful agents by themselves, but by the potent, all powerful with all energies. Okay, text 24. स एव जीवलोकस्य मायामोहितचेतसः विदस्ते स्वीन वीर्येण श्रेयो धर्मादि लक्षणं स एव जीवलोकस्य मायामोहितचेतसः विदस्ते स्वीन वीर्येण श्रेयो धर्मादिलक्षणं. Synonyms: saha, that transcendence, eva, certainly, jiva lokasya, of the conditioned living beings, maya mohita, captivated by the illusory energy, chetasaha, by the heart, vidaste, execute, svena, by your own, viryana, influence, sriyaha, ultimate good, dharma, the four principles of liberation, lakshanam, characterized by. Translation: and at though you are beyond the purview of the material energy, you execute the core principles of liberation characterized by the religion and so on for the ultimate good of the conditioned souls. सैव जीवलोकस्य मायामोहितचेतसः विदस्ते शिफेन वीर्येण श्रेयो धर्मादिलक्षणम्. The personality of God is Sri Krishna, out of his causeless mercy, descends on the manifested world without being influenced by the material modes of nature. He is eternally beyond the material manifestations. He descends out of his causeless mercy only to reclaim the fallen souls who are captivated by the illusory energy. They are attacked by the material energy and they want to enjoy her under false pretext, although in essence the living it is unable to enjoy. One is eternally the servitor of the Lord, and when he forgets this position, he thinks of enjoying the material world. Oof, but factually, he is an illusion. The Lord descends to eradicate this false sense of enjoyment and thus reclaim conditioned souls back to Godhead. That is the all merciful nature of the Lord for the fallen souls. तथायं चावतारस्ते भुवो भारधिर्षया स्वानं चानन्यभावानाम् अनुध्यानाय चास्कृत ततः. Thus I am this cha and avatara incarnation te you are bhuvaha of the material world bhara burden dhirsaya for removing swanam of the friends cha ananya bhavanam of the exclusive devotee anudhyanyaya for remembering repeatedly cha and asakrita fully satisfied translation. Thus you descend as an incarnation to remove the burden of the world and to benefit your friends, especially those who are your exclusive devotees and are wrapped in meditation upon you. You descend as an incarnation to remove the burden of the world and to benefit your friends, especially those your exclusive devotees and are wrapped in meditation upon you. See, he's given the who are exclusive devotees, the one who are wrapped in meditation upon you. Great, purport. It appears the Lord is partial to his devotees. Everyone is related with the Lord. He is equal to everyone, and yet he is more inclined to his own men and devotees. The Lord is everyone's father, but no one can be his father, and yet no one can be his son. His devotees are like his kinsmen, and his devotees are his relations. This is transcendental pasture. It has nothing to do with mundane ideas of relations, fatherhood, or anything like that. As mentioned above, the Lord is above the modes of material nature, and thus there is nothing mundane about his kinsmen and relations in devotional service. किमेदं स्वित्कुतो वेति देवदेव न वेद्म्यहं सर्वतो मुखम् आयाति तेजः परमदारुणम् किमिदं स्वित्कुतो वेति देवदेव न विद्मयहं सर्वतो मुखम् आयाति तेजः परमदोरुणम्. Kim, what is idam this sweet does it come? Kutaha, where from va iti? Be either Deva Deva, all of the lords, no, not with me. Do I know? Aham, I, Sarvataha, all around Mukham. Directions, ayati, coming from Tejaha, effulgence, Parama, very much. Dharunam, dangerous. O Lord of the Lords, how is it that this dangerous effulgence is spreading all around? Where does it come from? I do not understand it. But anything that is presented before the personal reward should be done after due presentation of respectable prayers. That is the standard of the that is the standard precision. Sri Arjuna, although an intimate friend of the Lord, is observing this method for general information. Oh. Before praying, apply respectable prayers before presenting anything. Oh, this is great. Yes. Shri Bhagavan Vacha व्यक्तिहेदं द्रोणपुत्रस्य ब्राह्ममस्तं प्रदर्शितं नैवाशो वेदसंहारं प्राणबाध उपास्थिते. Sri Bhagavan, the personal level Lord is Vacha Sediveta. Just know from me, idam this Drona Putrasya, the son of Drona, Brahm Astram, hymns of the Brahma, nuclear weapon, the Shitam exhibited, no, not even Ashohi Veda know it. Samharam, retraction, prana, bhade, extinction of life, upastate, being imminent. Translation, the personal embodied said, know from me that this is the act of the son of Drona. He has thrown the hymns of nuclear energy at Brahmastra, and he doesn't know how to retract the glare. He has helplessly done this, being afraid of imminent death. He's Chiranjeevi, no? ప్రభు అశ్వత్థామ చిరంజీవి అని ఆయనకు తెలీదా? అశ్వత్థామ చిరంజీవి కదా, ఆయనకి తెలీదా చిరంజీవి అని? కాదు, ఎందుకంటే ఈ శ్లోకాలో కృష్ణ అన్నారు ఈజ్ అఫ్రైడ్ ఆఫ్ ఇమినెంట్ డెత్, దెన్ దట్స్ వై హీ రిలీజ్ ద బ్రహ్మాస్త్ర. Okay, but what? The Brahmastra is similar to the modern nuclear weapon manipulated by the atomic energy. The atomic energy works wholly on total combustibility, and so the Brahmastra also acts. It creates an intolerable heat, similar to the atomic radiation. But the difference is that atomic bomb is a gross type nuclear weapon, whereas the Brahmastra is a subtle type of weapon produced by chanting hymns. It is the better science, and in the days gone by, such science was cultivated in the land of Bharatavarsha. The subtle science of chanting hymns is also material, but it has yet to be known by the modern material scientist. It has yet to be known. Subtle material science is not spiritual. Don't because, but it has a direct relation with the spiritual method, which is still subtler. Spiritual method is still subtler. A chanter of the hymns knew how to apply the weapon as well as to how to retract it. That was the perfect knowledge. But the son of Dronacharya, who made use of this subtle science, did not know how to retract. He applied it being afraid of his imminent death, and thus the practice was not only improper but also irreligious. Oof, irreligious. As a son of Brahmana, he shouldn't have made so many mistakes. And for such gross negligence of the duty, he was to be punished by the Lord Himself. Hmm. Gross negligence of the duty. Lord will punish you, okay? Take care of it. Next, 28. Nahi न हि अस्यन्यतमं किञ्चित् अस्त्रं प्रत्यवक्षरणम् जहि अस्त्रतेजवन्नद्धम् अस्त्रघ्नो हि अस्त्रचेत्तेजसा न हि अस्यन्यतमं किञ्चित् अस्त्रं प्रत्यवकर्षणम् जहि अस्त्रतेजवन्नदम् अस्त्रघ्नो हि अस्त्रतेजसा. No, not he certainly asya of it. Anyatamam other kinchit anything. Astram weapon prati counter avakarshanam reactionary jahi subdue it. Astrateja the glare of this weapon. Unnadam very powerful. Astragnaha expert in military science. He as the matter of fact. Astratejasa by the influence of your weapon. Translation. Arjuna, only another Brahmastra can counteract this weapon. Since you are expert in the material science, subdue this weapon's glare with the power of your own weapon. Purport. From the atomic bombs, there is no counter weapon. For the atomic bombs, there is no counter weapon to neutralize the effects. But by subtle science, the action of a Brahmastra can be counteracted, and those who are expert in the material science in those days could counteract the Brahmastra. The son of Dronacharya did not know the art of contracting the weapon, and therefore Arjuna was asked to contract it by the power of his own weapon. Sutavacha Shrutva Bhagavata Proktam Valguna Paraviraha Sprastava Pastam Parikramya Brahmam Brahmastra Sandade. Ooh. Sudha Goswami Vacha said, Srutva, after hearing Bhagavata with the personality of God, Proktam, what was said? Um, Falguna, another name of Sri Arjuna, Paraviraha, the killer of the opposing warriors, Sprastva, after touching Apaha, water, Tam him, Parikramya, circumambulating, Brahm, the Supreme Lord, Brahmastra, the supreme weapon, Sandade acted on. Translation, Sisuda. తెలీదా ఆంజనేయ తెలీదు. శ్రీ శ్రోత గోస్వామి హియరింగ్ దిస్ ఫ్రమ్ ద పర్సనల్. ఇప్పుడు మీ దగ్గర తెలుగు భాగవతం ఉందా? పీడిఎఫ్ ఉందా? ఉంటే చదువుదాం. ఉన్నట్టు ఉన్నాయా? సరిపోతాయి కదా. పీడిఎఫ్ ఉందా? చదువుదాం అయితే. చెప్పండి, ఒక రోజు టైం తీసుకొని చదువుదాం. ఏమంటారు? సాటర్డే కానీ ఎప్పుడైనా సాటర్డే సండే సెలవు రోజే ఓ అరగంట గంట చదువుదాం. Sri Shuddha Goswami said, hearing this from the personality of God, Arjuna touched water for purification. And after circumambulating, this is very important, Lord Sri Krishna, he cast his Brahmastra weapon to counteract another one. Samhaityayan yonyam nubayos tejasi sarasamvrite avritya rodasikham Vabridharaka Vahnivan. Samhatya by circumambulating of Anyonyam, another one another, Ubayoha of both, the Tejas, the glares, Sarab weapons, Sambriti covering Abritya, covering Rodasya, the complete firmament, Kamcha, Outer space also, Vabridhati, increasing Arka, the sun globe, Vahnivat, like fire. When the rays of the two Brahmasras combined, a great circle of fire, like the disk of the sun, covered all outer space and the whole firmament of planets. The heat created by the flash of the Brahmastra resembles the fire exhibited in the sun globe at the time of cosmic annihilation. Oof. The radiation of the atomic energy is very insignificant in comparison to the heat produced by the Brahmastra. The atomic bomb explosion can at most blow up one globe, but this heat produced by Brahmastra can destroy the whole cosmic situation. The comparison is therefore made to the heat at the time of annihilation. Wow, they are playing with such a great weapons. Huh? दृष्ट्वास्त्रतेजस्तु तयोस् त्रिलोकान् प्रदहन्महत् दह्यमानः प्रजाः सर्वः सम्वर्तकं ममं शताम्. Drishtva, thus seeing Astra weapon Tejaha heat, two but Tayoh of both three Lokan planets, Pradahat pillaging Mahat severely, Dahyamanaha burning Prajaha population Sarvaha all over Samvartakam, the name of the fire which devastates during the annihilation of universe. Amam Shata began to think. All the populations of the three worlds are scorched by the combined heat of the weapons. Everyone was reminded of the Samvartaka fire, which takes place at the time of the annihilation. Hmm. సంవర్తక ఫైర్ అది ప్రభు ఈ గోవర్ధన్లో వర్షం పడుతుంది కదా అవి సంవర్తక క్లౌడ్సే కదా అవునా మేఘాలను సంవర్తక మేఘాలు అంటారు కదా అయితే ఫైర్ కూడా సంవర్తక అనే పేరు purport. The three worlds are upper, lower, and intermediate planets of the universe. ఏ పైన ఒట్టు వరల్డ్ ఏమైనా ఇచ్చారు చూస్తాను which devastated doing that. Okay. The three worlds are the upper, lower, and intermediate planets of the universe. Although the Brahmastra was released on this earth, the heat produced by the combination of both weapons covered all the universe. And all the populations and all the different planets began to feel the heat excessively and compared it to that of the Samvartaka fire. No planet, therefore, is without living beings, hmm? Hmm. As less intelligent materialistic men think. 32. प्रजोपद्रवम् आलक्ष्य लोकव्यतिक्रमं च तं मतं च वासुदेवस्य संहारार्जुनद्वयं प्रजा. The people in general, updravam, disturbance, alakshya, having seen it, look at the planets, Vitikkaram, destruction, cha, also aham, that, matam, cha, and the opinion, Vasudeva said the Vasudev, Sri Krishna, Sanjahara, retracted Arjuna, Dvayam, both the weapons. Thus, seeing the disturbance of the general populace and the imminent destruction of the planets, Arjuna at once retracted both Brahmastra weapons as Lord Sri Krishna desired. Arjuna does what Lord desires. That's it. Purport. The theory that the modern atomic bomb explosions can annihilate the world is childish imagination. First of all, the atomic energy is not powerful enough to destroy the world. And secondly, ultimately it all rests on the supreme will of the Supreme Lord, because without his will or sanction, nothing can be built up or destroyed. Is very important. Without his will or sanction, nothing can be built up. It is foolish also to think that the natural laws are ultimately powerful. Material nature's law works under the direction of the Lord. Very important. As confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita, the Lord says, therefore, that the nature laws work under his supervision. The world can be destroyed only by the will of the Lord, and not by the whims of tiny politicians. Lord Sri Krishna decided that the weapons released, the Lord Sri Krishna, the Lord, therefore, the Lord says that the natural laws work under his supervision. The world can be destroyed only by the will of the Lord and not by the whims of the tiny politicians. Lord Sri Krishna desired that the weapons released by both the Drauni and Arjuna be withdrawn. It was carried out by Arjuna at once. Similarly, there are many agents of the all-powerful Lord, and by his will only can one execute what he desires. Tata asadya tarasa darunam gaudamisutam babadam amrushatam rakshasa pashum rasanaya yatham. Synonyms. Tatha thereupon asadya arrested tarasa dexterously. Dharunam dangerous Gautami Sutta. Sana Gautami Babanda bound up Amansha angry with copper red eyes. Pashum animals Sanaya by ropes, Yathai as it were. Translation. Arjuna by his eyes blazing in anger like two red balls of copper dexterously arrested the son of Gautami and bound him with ropes like an animal. It's very important. Ashwatthama's mother Kripi was born in the family of the Gautama. The significant point in this sloka is that Ashwatthama was caught and bound up with ropes like an animal. According to Sridhar Swami, Arjuna was obliged to cast the son of the the son of the Brahmana like an animal as a part of his duty dharma. This suggestion by Sridhar Swami is also confirmed in the latest statement of Sri Krishna. Ashwatthama was a bona fide son of Dronacharya and Kripi, but because he had degraded himself, what is it? Degraded himself to a lower status of life, it was proper to treat him as an animal, not as a Brahmana. Really? Yes, it's up to you. How you act, you have the free will to act properly. You don't act properly, then you it's what? Very nice. Sibirayane santam rajvabadvari Prahararjunam Prakupito Bhagavan Nambuje Kshanaha Sibiraya on the way to the military camp. Nini Santam, while bringing him Rajwa by the ropes, Bandwa bound up, Ripun the enemy, Balat by force. Praha said Arjunam unto Arjuna Prakopitam in an angry mood, Bhagavan, the personally regarded, Ambuja Ikshanaha, who looks with his lotus eyes. Translation. After binding Ashwatthama, Arjuna wanted to take him to the military camp. The personality of God, Sri Krishna, looking on with his lotus eyes, spoke to angry Arjuna. Report. Both Arjuna and Lord Sri Krishna are described in an angry mood. But Arjuna's eyes were like bowls of red copper, whereas the eyes of Lord Sri Krishna were like lotuses. This means the angry mood of Arjuna and that of the Lord are not on the same level. The Lord is transcendent and thus he is absolute in any stage. Sorry. His anger is not like the anger of a conditioned living being within the modes of qualitative material nature. Because he is absolute, both in anger and the pleasure are the same. His anger is not exhibited in the three modes of material nature. It is only a sign of his bent of mind towards the cause of his devotee. Because that is his transcendental nature. Therefore, even if he is angry, the object of anger is blessed. He is unchanged in all circumstances. Great. Thank you all for joining to this Srimad Bhagavatam reading today. I'm very grateful for this. So I'll be making a short video of what I learned today. Okay, thank you so much for joining. Hare Krishna. Sharing and the stream.